We're here at the Veterans Affairs Medical Center in West Palm Beach, Florida. My name is Carlton Cartwright. I'm the Executive Director for the Children's Coalition Incorporated. We're here with, what is your name, sir?
Murray Frazer.
And where were you born, Murray? Where?
In a house.
Okay. And tell me where.
Well, actually, you know, that's a controversy, actually, because some people say I was born in Florida, and some people say I was born in New York.
What does it say on your birth certificate?
I don't even know what my birth certificate says.
You know when your birthday was?
Yeah, February.
The day and the year?
The 11th, 1925.
Okay. And were you born in New York?
I believe so.
Okay, do you know where?
Yeah, Brownsville.
Okay. And what do you consider your ethnicity to be?
My what?
Ethnicity, your race.
My race is I'm white race. I'm Jewish religion.
Okay. What branch of the service were you in?
I was a Navy. I was a Navy frogman,
Okay.
and I'm the last of the last. Believe me.
What battalion, regiment, division, unit, ship?
I can't hear you.
What battalion, regiment, or
No,
ship?
no. I was a Navy frogman.
Okay. What ship were you on?
I was no ship. I was a Navy frogman.
Okay.
We went from case to case to case to case.
Okay.
Wherever we were needed,
Uh-huh.
they called, and that's where we went.
Okay. What was your highest rank when you separated?
Motor machinist mate 3C.
3C?
Yeah.
Motor machinist.
MOM 3C. You didn't think I remember, huh?
No, I'm not surprised. I'm really not. Were you enlisted or drafted?
I enlisted.
Okay. You know the service dates? From when to when?
February of 43 to February of 46, I believe.
What wars were you in?
World War II.
Mm-hmm.
That was enough.
I understand. Where were you stationed?
I was a Navy frogman.
Where?
No station.
Okay, were you in the European theater or the Pacific theater?
I was all over. What can I tell you? It's the truth.
Okay.
I was European, African, wherever you can name, I was there.
And you in the Pacific also?
In the Pacific,
Okay.
yes.
All right. We're going to go down the list in a minute. I'm just trying to get the highlights.
All right, yes.
Okay. Were you ever a prisoner of war?
Well, that's another story. We were captured,
So you were at one time.
but we broke loose.
Okay.
We got away.
You were, but you got away. I got you.
Yeah, they couldn't keep us.
I got you.
All right.
I want you to tell me the whole story of this. Like I said, I'm doing the highlights right now.
All right.
Were you? Did you sustain any combat or service-related injuries?
Did I what?
Sustain any combat or service-related injuries?
Yes. Did I, boy, and how?
All right.
My head, above my eyes, you know, my chest.
We're gonna get to that. Hold on.
All right.
I'm gonna go right back down.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No. Don't apologize. You doing
I
your
won't.
job, and I'm doing mine. Okay. For the record, we already did that. For the record, today is the 31st of December, 2014, and as I said, we're here at the VA hospital. Did you say you were drafted or enlisted?
No, I enlisted.
You enlisted. All right. Where were you living at the time you enlisted?
I lived in Brooklyn.
Okay. And why did you join?
Why was what?
Why did you join?
You know, that's a question that's so hard to answer.
Why is that?
Because I wanted to go into the Navy. And if I didn't enlist, I believe they were going to shove me into either the Army or the Coast Guard.
Okay,
And I didn't want to go into either one. I wanted to go into the Navy.
okay.
I'm a Navy man. I can't help it. What can I tell you?
Okay. What did it feel like the first days of service? What was it? How'd you feel? What was that all about? Where'd you go in?
I went to Great Lakes, Illinois.
Oh, okay. All right. Tell me about boot camp.
Boot camp was a series. What can I tell you about it? It was a series of misgivings, a series of arguing, fighting between myself and the chief petty officer, and I don't know what else to tell you, really. There is so much that went on that I don't know how much I can tell you, what I can tell you.
Well, just tell me a little bit about it. Tell me, give me some
I don't know.
highlights.
I am a very, very type of a person that will stick up for what I believe is my rights.
Right.
Or or a friend of mine, their rights.
How do you get along with your instructors?
With my what?
With your instructors?
You mean in the Navy?
Yeah, in boot camp.
Oh, I got along like hell.
Ah,
I was more on the X side than the good side, if you know what I mean.
no, I don't. You have to explain it to me. What do you mean?
I was more on the hurting side. Oh no, that's not the words. I don't know what to say. I really don't.
What do you mean when
honestly.
you say the X side? What do you mean?
I mean, I fought more for myself than I did for anybody else.
You mean you fought more for your friends?
My friends, I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you an incident that happened in boot camp if you would want to know it.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay. I was up against that, the chief petty officer.
Right.
He more or less had it in because of my troubles, I guess, had it in for me. And we fought like hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean fisticuffs.
Right.
I'm talking,
Arguing.
yeah.
Right.
And he, in his way, he thought he was right. And in my way, I thought I was right.
Okay.
Now I'm going to tell you an incident. Would you want to hear it?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. He put me on what they call duty in the evening, at night, in other words.
Okay.
He put me on duty that I had to, in this, a building very similar to this, as a matter of fact, where I had to walk the lower floors to see that the people, the people that were Bye Charlie,
Yeah.
the people were gone, and that nobody disturbed them in any which way, because there were, and I mean this seriously,
Right.
there were people who would come in the evening and more or less take away from the, I hate to say it,
What?
take away from the dead.
Oh, they would steal things.
Steal.
Right. No, I understand.
But I hate to say it, honestly, but I have to.
Yeah, they would. Grave robbers.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I tell you the truth, I got into so much trouble because of that, because they would be coming in and trying to steal from the grave when I was on, and I got into so many fights and so many misgivings that I swear to you, I swear on all that's holy, now I swear that if I had a live ammunition gun,
Mhm.
I would have killed him.
And that was in basic training?
Well, yeah, I was. What do you call it again? What can you call it? Yeah, I was on like they call grave duty.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
All right, you got me.
Yeah, what base was that at? Was that up in the Great Lakes?
Great Lakes.
Oh,
yes.
really? Okay. All right. Hold on one second. Here we go. All right, keep going.
I was put in the hospital there through a group of people that I didn't get along with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they would think one way and I would think another way.
Mm-hmm.
I would not tolerate, I would not stand for anybody stealing from a grave. I mean, you know, hell, I was a poor schnook that was raised in a way of loving.
So how did you deal with that?
How to deal with that? I was on duty at night, and if I caught anybody, I beat the shit out of them if I could. If not, I reported it to the chief officer, and that was that.
Okay. All right. So after basic training, where did you go? Where was your next duty station?
I came back to New York.
All right, and so you were stationed in New York.
No, I came back to New York. I was in New York very, very short time.
Okay.
And then they in turn sent me back to Illinois.
Uh-huh.
And from Illinois, I believe, I'm not 100% certain, but I believe I was sent to Boston.
Okay.
And from Boston, I was sent out into the Philippines.
Okay.
Because when from the Philippines, I was sent to the,
Japan?
No, huh?
Japan? Korea?
No.
Uh-huh.
I was sent to, oh God, the Great Lakes. Not the Great Lakes. Oh God, I can't think of the name.
Just take your time.
I'm sorry, but I can't
That's
think
all
of
right.
the name.
So, were you fighting Japanese?
Pardon?
Were you fighting the Japanese?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, that's how I got wounded.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really? How did that happen?
This Jap person made a this disturbance out of, I guess, dynamite. And I was like, let's say from here to the outside wall over here,
Right.
and he lit it and threw it. And it landed not too far from me. And when it went off, it blew my shoulder apart.
Wow.
And that's what I've been in the hospital for
Right.
the shoulder treatment.
For sure.
Both shoulders. Not one, but both.
Right.
And I was being treated for both shoulders
Uh-huh.
because of the damage that it did.
Right.
Thank God I had a doctor that was knowledgeable. Mm-hmm. I guess he was knowledgeable because he's the one that pulled me through everything, you know, and it was to the point where I knew what he was doing, he knew what I was doing.
Right.
You know, he would ask me questions, I would tell him, and I would ask him questions, he would tell me. He would tell me how much I can move, how much I can. As a matter of fact, quite a few times he'd say to me, I got a hammer over here. I'm going to hit you in the head with it if you don't stop moving around.
So, where else did you see combat besides Japan? The Asian theater, Pacific.
Oh, the whole Pacific.
Uh-huh.
And in Burma.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we were the only 4 white Americans or white people in Burma.
Okay.
And the reason was there was no other white people permitted to go into Burma. We were the 4, we were a demolition unit.
Ah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whatever damage, yeah, I guess that's the word I'm looking for too. Whatever damage that we could do with explosives, we went ahead and did. Nobody, while we were doing that type of duty, was hurt. We got hurt. I guess, yeah, you say it was that type of duty too, because we had gotten out of the water and onto the ship, and this Japanese, I don't know what he was, soldier, sailor, marine. Well, I don't know what he was.
Right.
But he lit it. He was able to light it.
Yeah.
And he threw it at us. Now, in front of me, there was a steel, like a steel wall.
Right.
And I was able to fall, in a combat way. I was able to fall where behind that wall, because I had heard the bang when it hit, and I don't know, more or less, I used my head. And the doctor that treated me that time, oh God, yes, that, bless him. The amount of explosives went off on my right side of my chest.
Right.
He, in turn, said to me, "You're a lucky son of a bitch." That's what he called me.
Right.
He says, I looked at him, I said, "What are you saying?" He says, "Just what I said, you're a lucky son of a bitch, because if that had gone off on your left side, it would have blown every bit of your heart, your veins, every bit of your insides would have been blown to pieces."
Oh, your vitals?
Oh, yeah, vitals, that's
Right.
it. Would have been blown to pieces. As it is, you're lucky. You're lucky to be alive. He says, because if you hadn't had that steel plate almost in front of you as a protective, you would have been blown to hell. I said, so, I mean, instead of cursing the Japanese, I got to bless them, because it was him that threw it. It was a Japanese, I guess, an army guy or a navy. I don't know who he was.
Right.
But he was from the Japanese divisions.
Right.
He threw it, and it landed in a position where it helped me and not harmed me. That's what I'm trying to bring out, but I don't know how.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine.
Oh, good.
Besides, okay, so you were in Burma?
Yes.
All right, and you're not sure where you were in Japan?
I didn't. In Japan?
Were you in Japan?
Well, not really.
Okay, Philippines.
And the Philippines, yes.
Okay. Okay. So besides anywhere else Pacific Theater, you said you were also in the European theater?
Yes.
You remember where you were at there?
In the European theater?
Yeah. You said you were in Africa?
I was in Africa, Burma, Africa, the pods. Oh God. Look at this, I can't remember.
Were those combat situations you were
Combat,
in?
everything, any situation that I was in was a combat situation
Okay.
because of the type of unit that I was serving in,
Demolition.
a demolition
Right.
unit. We were constantly, but I mean constantly, on the protections. I guess that's the word.
Uh-huh.
Where we wouldn't. Oh God. We were constantly fighting. In other words,
Right.
you know.
You remember any of your engagements with the Germans, with the Nazis?
Oh God, bastards. We were in Africa. I was in Africa with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the incidents?
Any of the incidents? No. I seem to have wiped my mind of it.
That's fine. I understand. Believe me.
Honestly, I do seem to it. But I tell you, I want to show you something.
Uh-huh.
I'm playing with it on my finger. Oh God, you'd have to get up.
That's okay. You know what? The best thing to do, really, is for me to zoom out and show me. Show me so I can get it on camera.
Here, like this?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like this, all right?
Yep, that's perfect. What is that, the ring?
No.
Or the hand?
This ring
The damage.
is no.
Okay.
My wife gave me this.
Right.
We weren't married yet,
Uh-huh.
but she gave it to me as a keepsake.
Okay.
Not keepsake. She said to me, we weren't married yet.
Mm-hmm.
She said to me, this ring I'm giving to you as a protective to make sure that you are going to be all right. That was her words.
Right.
And that's what it acted. Look at it.
Yeah, I see it. It's beautiful.
The one,
Hold on.
the same thing as this,
Okay.
but in the center over here, the center part over here
Yep.
was one great big diamond.
Mm-hmm.
And that was more or less, I guess, destroyed because we never found it. We never know what happened to it or anything. And we believe it was blown apart.
Okay.
Now you see all these marks?
Right.
That's from the demolition work that was done where I was damaged.
Uh-huh.
I really was damaged. Look, on my fingers, all my fingers up here.
Yeah, I can see
You
it.
don't. It sort of like disappeared a lot. Most of it did anyhow already.
Right.
But this hand, my right hand,
Right.
was the same dark brown
Mm-hmm.
as this hand,
Right.
and it was to a disadvantage actually because of the hurt, the pain.
Right.
I was in such pain
Uh-huh.
with the right hand as with the left hand. Pain that if you went like this to me,
Right.
just a slight touch like this,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I would yell. I couldn't help myself because of the pain. And then that's when I started catching hell here because I go, oh, it hurt. What the hell was I supposed to do?
I understand.
You know, no, you understand, but they didn't want to understand.
Right.
I'm the one that was being hurt. So I let them know that it just came out. There was nothing I could do.
You said that sometime or another you were captured.
A what?
You were captured.
Yeah, but we were only caught like for a number of hours. I'd say maybe, oh God, maybe 4 hours
Where was that?
in Borneo.
Oh, in Borneo.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
And that's in the back in the Pacific.
Back in the Pacific, yes.
So
That was
in your unit. Did you witness a lot of casualties?
in my unit. No,
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't. Oh God, how do I describe this? You couldn't tell who was a casualty and who wasn't, because we were constantly being blown into different divisions. Blown, I'm talking about.
Right.
Not transferred.
Yeah.
Blown. And that's what can I say? What can I say other than that? We had four of us. There was me, whose nickname was Murphy.
Uh huh.
There was Cobus, whose nickname was Kobe. There was Kneebank, whose nickname was Knee. And then there was, oh, what the hell? The little one, oh God, I can't remember. Oh God, why can't I remember?
Well.
Because him and I, we were the same age. We stuck together like
Right.
glue.
Well, let me know if it comes back to you. But let me move. Were you awarded any medals and citations?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you get them for?
Well, I was given the Purple Heart.
Right.
I was given the Medal of Honor. Well, that's a Medal of Honor.
Uh huh.
I was awarded. I don't know what they call them now. Honestly, I don't know what you would say, what you would write down.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, but it was given. Well, I'll tell you something that was given
What is that?
when I was in Normandy.
Okay.
When all of a sudden we get an order that down at the airport there's a plane there that we have to mount, we have to get into.
Okay.
And it was going to take us back to the States,
Okay.
Key West.
Mm-hmm.
We got back to the States and they took us out of this plane, gave us different clothing.
I need assistance in 130. Assistance in 130.
Go ahead.
Fed us. Well, first they made sure we bathed.
Right.
You know, and then they fed us. Oh God! Wait, excuse me a minute. The tears are coming because I'm thinking of what happened, and I know these people well. They were. Oh God! No! Come on, Ski was the other one. You thought of the nickname.
Right.
Ski.
Okay.
Yeah. He was one of the first ones that was killed. And he was actually blown to 1,000,000 pieces. I swear. You know, and I cried. I cried and cried and cried. He's the one I got done. I told you, we were the same age,
Right.
and we were like, hey, we're like twin brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it hurt me. I feel as much as it didn't hurt me as much as him,
Right.
but the feeling, you know, the thought, I guess, that was there hurt me also, like it. Well, him, he couldn't feel anymore,
Right.
you know, but that was what it was. Honestly, you know. God, I loved that guy. I really, really did love him. And they couldn't understand. A lot of people couldn't understand how come we were in such feeling of not only recognition, but also such feeling of love for each other.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie, that's okay. For each other.
Yeah. You bonded.
Huh?
You bonded.
I didn't
You
hear.
guys bonded.
Oh, yeah, bonded, you said. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yes. Did we ever bond?
Right.
God help anybody that stood between us. You know? God help anybody that stood between any of the four of us.
Right.
You know? We
That-
we made sure that we were four and not three.
Right.
We always made sure we were four. And making sure that we were four, we were that close to each other too. By closeness, I mean, let's say, for argument's sake, let's say you or somebody in a position such as, you know, a combat position
Right.
came between us, you signed your death warrant. What can I tell you?
Oh. You mean the opposition, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
We
You mean
didn't
the
want-
enemy.
We didn't want anybody to be between us.
Right.
We didn't need anybody between us. We had each other enough of a problem to take care of each other.
Mhm.
And we took care of each other with love. We took care of each other with honesty. We took care of each other with the best of care that could be given to any people. We took care of it. And that was that. Because we didn't want anybody to interfere. Oh, wait a minute. As a matter of fact, the transport that we went to Borneo with, Borneo was it? No, not Borneo. Oh God, I can't remember. Oh, shit. This is starting to get annoying where I can't remember. But anyhow, our transport was all a steel piece of garbage. Now, when that Japanese asshole threw the explosive and it landed, you know, amongst us,
Right.
amongst the four of us that landed actually, and we were blown all different which ways. And we were told, as a matter of fact, we were told, we given warning that the way this thing hit, we were going to be in dire, that's the word he used, I'll never forget it,
Mhm.
in dire need of help. That's the way he put it. The doctor,
Right.
you know. And I'm going to tell you, we were in dire need of help,
Right.
honestly. My chest, like I started to tell you,
Mhm.
my chest on the right side was all pieces. I mean, not, oh God, you know, it's sounding worse than what it was,
Uh-huh.
honestly. I was hurt badly. I was hurt very badly. But where I was able to progress myself,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
I was able to progress myself and take care of myself. And the other three, we were together, like I said, we were together, we were like better than brothers.
Right.
We were so close that nobody would try to come between us or even dare try to come between us.
Okay. I've got some wrap-up questions.
Yeah, but
Okay.
did I show you my ring?
Yeah, you did. You sure did. How'd you stay in touch with your family?
Huh?
How did you stay in touch with your family while you were in the service?
Mail.
Okay. All right. Okay. What was the food like?
In service?
Yeah.
Food?
Yeah.
Who got eat?
What?
Who was fed? What are you kidding? It was whatever you could put your hands on, you stole, and whatever you didn't steal, you stole again.
What
You
did
know,
you do?
we went into England, and we were in Torquay, England, and we were billeted on a farm, like,
Right.
and the next one after us was also a farmer,
Uh-huh.
right? And he had, and made up he reported us because we stole some of his chickens. And it's funny. It's not funny, really. But we kept some of his chickens, and they were giving us eggs. You know, what the hell? We didn't know. We didn't care. We had not in that first particular outfit of the four of us, but a little further in. They were farmers. We weren't farmers. We were city kids.
Right.
You know, and from those farms, we got eggs. We had and another thing we got from those, we had chicken to eat. Where other people in my outfit didn't have chicken to eat, but we had chicken to eat.
Right. Did you
I mean, things like that, you know.
Right. What did you do when you got out of the service?
When I got out of the service,
Yeah.
I went into the scrap business.
Okay.
Me, my father, my mother.
Did you use the GI Bill at all?
Nope.
No.
I should have, but I didn't.
Did you? How did you get along with officers?
I never bothered with them. They never bothered me.
Okay. All right. All right. Did you make any close friends while you were in the service? Did you continue your friendships?
Oh, yes.
After the service?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
The four of us, we still stuck together. As a matter of fact, the four of us were so close that they, in turn, we couldn't attend, but they in turn invited myself, my wife, they invited us to their weddings, you know, and their parties and stuff.
Right.
And we couldn't attend
Right.
because I had no transportation, and we were also, they were in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Okay. And what were you saying about your cousin?
He was an officer in the Norfolk Naval Base.
Okay.
He was commander,
Right.
and he used to, you know, how often did you get together to even see each other
Right.
or to speak with one another?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but when I ever did hear, he would say, transfer over to my outfit, I'll make you an officer. And I used to say, I got enough headaches, I don't need it anymore. You know, things like that.
Right.
And it turned out we separated, and we didn't know where each other went. But then all of a sudden, one day, I'm at the Norfolk Naval Base,
Right.
and I see this guy walking by. He was an officer.
Right.
He's a commander,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I get a yell, Howard! And he turned around, took one look, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and there we were together again. I hope I'm saying it right.
No, you're saying it perfectly.
No, but it might not be in the way it happened.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the best way that you remember, and that's all that's important at the moment. That's
All
fine.
right.
That's fine.
Okay. All right.
How did How did your military experience influence your thinking about war or the military in general?
Say that again?
How did your military experience influence your thinking about war or the military in general?
Well, it's hard to say, really. To be honest with you, I could not disrespect, and I'm using the word disrespect, the military. And I could not stand anybody that would also disrespect the military.
Right.
Because this was our life.
Okay.
This is what we believed in. This is the only way we knew to get away, to get on, to live. If we didn't get honestly a way of life from the military, who did we have?
Right.
I tell you, I respected 100,000% of the military. I didn't care who, what, where, or when they were. As a matter of fact, for the Marines, I used to call them seagoing bellhops. We had respect for our our protection.
Right.
The Army was a lot of our protection. Like I started to tell you though, when we were when we was sent from Normandy, how we was the United States Army, and they insisted upon saying the United States Army, and we would say it to them. The four of us, we were like kings, because why? I respected those boys. I honestly took a full meaning of respect.
All right. Is there anything that you feel like you left out that you?
No, what I left out, I can't even bring it out to face, because it was a full respect I had for the other services. I had to give my way as well as their way. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to bring out.
A mutual
Understanding.
Right.
Where if one of them got hurt, which has happened, believe me, one of them had gotten hurt. If any of the services that I was in, and we served in almost every one of the services, if anybody needed help, I would be there to help. I would transport them with the van. The van, so, oh God, yes. The van, in all its glory, got hit. And where did it get hit? The tire. It blew the right, let's see, right? Yeah, it blew the right rear tire clear off the van. And we sat down on the rim. And I'll tell you something. It was a feeling that I don't ever want to feel again, honestly. Because it was sitting, boom, down like this.
Right.
And you were dragging it, all the ground you were dragging up with you or behind you. But it's something I wouldn't shut down. I wouldn't shut down. As a matter of fact, the van, I had it going at a speed of about between 30 and 35 miles an hour.
Right.
I wasn't about to shut it down. No way. Why? Because it was serving us a purpose. It was serving me, it was serving the rest of the guys as a purpose. while I had it running. If I would have shut it down, it wouldn't have been running anymore, and we would have been in a hell of a lot of trouble. One heck of a load of trouble we would have been in.
Right.
Because today, oh God, please excuse me.
That's
Please.
okay.
Oh God, yes, oh God, please. Please, you know what I went through, you know, you helped me, and I helped you the way it was supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. Please.
Well, Murray, I want to.
Oh, excuse me now.
No, it's fine.
I'm back.
It's fine.
I'm back.
And
I'm back.
no, we really have come to the end of the interview. I wanted to thank you very much for your time, and we want to thank you for your service also.
We worked, we helped, we dug, we did this for each other. There was no such thing as, hey, you're you and I'm me.
Mm-hmm.
You're helping me, I'm helping you. You know what I'm trying to bring out?
It's teamwork.
More than teamwork.
Right.
Much more than teamwork.
Okay.
Why? Because we had people. What is that insignia on your cap?
Which one? This one?
Yeah, I can't see it.
United States Air Force.
I can't see.
That's okay.
No,
It's
my eyes went very bad. I can't see.
It's United States Air Force.
Oh, it is Air Force.
Yeah.